Good afternoon. We're used to walking through stores and knowing that none of that stuff belongs to us. We go over to neighbors' houses and none of their stuff belongs to us. We drive down the street, we see all sorts of people and they have garages full and houses full of their stuff, but it doesn't belong to us. We know what belongs to us. It's the things that we can see. It's the things that we can touch because we own them. We know those things, and we're well aware that we live in a world surrounded by all sorts of things that really don't belong to us. But if God were to walk through this world, if God were to come down and exist in this world, He could look everywhere, and everything would belong to Him. Everything that God saw, He could say, that's actually mine. The person might make the claim of ownership, but God would say, no, ultimately, that belongs to me. Because God is over all. God is the creator of this world. God is the one who has provided for this world. Everything that you can see, everything that is here belongs to God. And because you and I belong to God, but we belong to God in a special way. It's not that God just claims ownership of us and sets us aside like another one of His belongings, but God actually claims us as His family. He claims us as forgiven sinners in His Son Jesus, and because God claims you that way, you belong to God in that special way. You belong to God as His heir, as His saved. You belong to God because He loves you. And because you belong to God and everything else belongs to God, then God says that actually things belong to you. Because you are connected to God through Christ. And Christ is over everything and God is over everything. And so in a way, you are actually over everything too. That everything belongs to you, not in a way that you can abuse it, not in a way that you can actually claim it and take it to your house and set it up that way. You don't need to, because most important is that you belong to God, that God is yours. Paul said this to the Corinthians, 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verses 22 and 23. All things belong to you, and you belong to Christ, and Christ belongs to God. That because you belong to Jesus, and because you have been claimed by Jesus, and because He sets you up as a child of God, that means that because everything belongs to God, things belong to you too. You don't have to feel like you are being left out. You don't have to feel like you are losing out on something, but God has given you everything. And everything that belongs to Him belongs to you because of His love for you in Jesus. Until we see each other again, the Lord's blessings on your day.